Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Steve with Real Progressives, and I am looking very forward to meeting every one of you all in Washington, D.C. tomorrow, live at the Lincoln Memorial for the Take Back Democracy March. Those of you who are going, I cannot wait to meet you. Those of you who can't be there, please come to our webpage. We'll be doing live streams all day long. For those of you who don't know, tomorrow there'll be a march with people like Tim Canova, myself, Claudia Stauber, Jackie Lukman, Bruce from Black Men for Bernie, Jay Nightwolf from Washington, D.C. We have got so many people that are going to be there. It's going to be frickin' fantastic. And hopefully we'll be able to tell the establishment to watch out. Progressives are in the house. But I want to talk to you all a little bit about Real Progressives and where we're going. For those of you who have followed us for the last 18 months, you know that Real Progressives takes pride in being honest and truthful. And we take a great deal of pride in bringing you cold, hard-hitting facts about where the movement's going and what you can do to be a part of that. Well, Real Progressives is about to leave Facebook world, leave just the YouTube world, and create an organization to take on the establishment. We've created a 4 pillars approach to Real Progressives. The first pillar is activism. The second pillar is education. The third pillar is media. And the fourth pillar is policy and governance. Throughout that, think of those as verticals. Throughout that, we have horizontals we're calling subject matter experts, subject matter areas that Real Progressives will distinctly focus on to bring about change in the society that we live in and to change the world as a whole, because the United States is no longer just a little teeny box that we draw on a cardboard. The United States has expanded itself throughout the world, unfortunately, and it's up to us to bring that in. Through that process, let me tell you about the 5 areas that Real Progressives will in fact be focusing on. Number 1, of course, economic justice. Number 2, environmental and ecological justice. Number 3 is peace, anti-war folks, peace with justice, taking on the militarization of the police force, helping us get equality and justice for all. The next one is equality as a whole, ending bigotry, working towards breaking down stereotypes, breaking down paradigms, helping reach across the aisle with both Republicans, Democrats, Independents, Greens, whoever, to make sure that our words are not just hitting in a bottle, that our echo expanded beyond just the comfy confines of a progressive world. And the last one, and most important perhaps, is democracy. How do we make our democracy work for the 99%? How do we make it work in general? How do we bring back any semblance of trust in our system? Now, we're hoping, of course, that you guys will continue to follow us, continue to support us. We have a huge team. You all don't even know some of the players on Real Progressives. Many of them are very humble people that work behind the scenes to make our memes for us, to help make our videos for us, to make phone calls to various organizations to get us set up with doing spots on Tim Black, or maybe even writing in things like Truthdig and other places that maybe we'll have an opportunity to expand our reach. Ultimately, Real Progressives, in order for us to be able to go from hobbyists to lifetime workers to really kicking butt 24/7, we need your support. We've talked about blood, sweat, and tears before careers. Well, we're going from hobbyist to Project Runway as we get to startup mode. Real Progressives has a wonderful opportunity, a business opportunity on November 19th, where we're going to sit down all day long. People will be flying in with their own dollars, unfortunately, to get into Washington, D.C., to help us put together our nonprofit that we're putting together. We're evaluating 501c3. We're evaluating 501c4. We are not going to be a PAC. That will not be who we are. We are not going to be a super PAC. However, we are going to be fighting for the issues. We are going to be fighting for all the causes that we have. We will not carry the water for any one politician. When they're right, we'll support them. When they're wrong, we'll kick them. It's got to be that way for us to be effective. Otherwise, you end up stuck carrying the water for somebody who betrayed your core beliefs, and we can't do that. That's not who we are. That's not what we built Real Progressives on. We want to take Real Progressives out of the shadows and into the mainstream. We want to make you all, your voices heard, and we want to be able to take on the Paul Krugmans of the world who lie and tell us that taxes fund spending, or we can't afford that, or it's pie in the sky. We want to take that to Main Street. We want to be able to partner with academia. We want to be able to partner with the feet on the street and the different economies. And we want to talk to people of different persuasions, different cultures. And we want to make sure that we make everybody have a voice in this process. And we don't want to cut anyone out of the process, folks. That even means the Southern white people that are voting for Trump or the upper class people in New York that are supporting Hillary. We want to make sure that every last one of them know the truth about what it means to be a real progressive. We want every one of them to understand what it means to be monetarily sovereign. We want every one of them to understand what racial justice is. We want them to understand why we're against war. We want them to understand how we can restructure our economy from being a war-based economy to one that supports the 99%. So for the very first time ever, Real Progressives is actually soliciting funds. We're asking for your help. We've set up a Patreon account. Many have asked, how do I donate to Real Progressives? Real Progressives has taken care of that finally. I've never felt good about doing this before. I really didn't, until the business plan came into mind, until I understood what exactly it was that I would be asking you for funds for. Because I know how hard it is to survive in this world. I'm broke myself. We're all broke. This economy has destroyed many of us. But we're here to take that on. And our mission is everything that you've heard from us. It's not going to change. It won't change no matter who gets into office. It won't change no matter who doesn't get into office. It won't change if there's a war. We'll always stand for what we believe. And you have that commitment from me. Our activists will stand for that commitment as well. Everything that we do will be a unified front. You'll be able to predict what Real Progressives do because our stances will be very fact-based and logical. We will work with you guys to ensure that we are absolutely standing and fighting for the 99%. With that, I'm Steve Grumbine with Real Progressives, proud founder of Real Progressives. And I'm asking each and every one of you, please donate what you can, help us to become that organization that represents you in the fight to take on the establishment. With that, I hope to see you in DC tomorrow. Have a great day, and thanks for following Real Progressives.